Alright, let's get back to it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Curtis Klinger. I'm a certified personal trainer, and I'm here to help you guys and introduce you guys to the world of fitness, and how muscles work, and how to get started, and how to do it right and not do it wrong. I'm also here to keep it simple and not overly scientific things up, but really get it in layman's terms so that everyone can understand exactly how fitness works. Because a lot of people are trying to science it up so they can charge you more money because you don't understand what's going on. I'm here to help you understand so that you can take this knowledge, apply it to your personal training, search, and actual gym expertise. So we're discussing muscles, all the different kinds of muscles. We've discussed prime movers, we've discussed synergistic and antagonist muscles, we've discussed equal and opposite movements and how some movements are pull, some movements are push, which is where we're at right now. We're at the push and pull moment. So basically, each muscle has a movement plane, movement type. There's 3 planes of movement. There's side to side, front to back, and top and bottom. So in those 3 planes, each muscle and joint muscle can move a joint in one particular motion, either pushing stuff away or bringing stuff in. And that is the basic consensus. I've discussed force and how all fitness is the amount of force you can exert on things off of your body. So your body is here, and weightlifting is all about how you move things that aren't here, right? So anything from a basic push-up to a bench press to a deadlift to a pull-up, it's going to depending on how much force you can exert, depends on how strong you are, depends on how much you can lift, your muscle endurance, shape and size of muscles, but the basis is push and pull. That is the simplest way to put it. You're either pushing or pulling something. There's no squigglies, there's no backwards, no diagonals. It's push or pull. You're either pushing something away from your body or you're pulling something in. And that will depend on which muscles you're using. So the push muscles are going to be your quadriceps, so the fronts of your legs, front tops of your legs. Your chest, triceps are going to be your push muscles, right? You're going to have your pull muscles, which are your hamstrings, which are the back of your legs. Your biceps, these things, and your lats and back, which is your back, obviously. Everyone knows what the back is. Those are your basic push and pull muscles. We're also going to discuss, let me just check my notes here. We're going to discuss stabilizer muscles, which we haven't talked about yet. But while these prime movers and synergistic and antagonist muscles are pushing and pulling and helping you lift weights and get stronger and exert force, you have to have muscles that stabilize. So your stabilizer muscles are going to be your calves, which is the lower part of your leg below the knee, or is going to be your calves. This is going to be your stabilizer. They're going to help you keep you stable on the ground. You have your core, which are your abs and lower back, hips, and glutes are all stabilizer muscles. Also, your traps are stabilizer muscles for your head, so your neck doesn't flop around like a noodle. So, depending on how you're pushing and pulling will depend on what stabilizer muscles you are going to use, and it's good to know, to have a little knowledge in the back of your mind of what is happening in your body. So I guess to get right into it, and your shoulders. Shoulders are also stabilized. Shoulders is a funny muscle because it articulates so many different directions. It can help in so many different exercises. So your shoulders can help you push, help you pull, help stabilize depending on the lift you're doing. So the shoulder is like a special. It's a special set of muscles and joints. But the basis is that you have, depending on what you're using, is going to depend on what's stabilizing what lift. So your big compound lifts. Let's talk about compound lifts. So your big compound lifts are deadlift, bench press, and squat. Big 3. It's the basis by which strength is usually measured anywhere. And to be strong, you need to be efficient in those 3 lifts. Those 3 lifts alone will work pretty much every muscle in your body. It's a full body workout to do deadlifts, bench press, and squats. It'll work your legs, it'll work your calves, quads, hamstrings, core, back, lower back, upper back, shoulders, arms, chest. Like, everything gets worked within those 3 movements. And that's the basis where most of the exercises come off of, right? So you have your bench press, which is chest and triceps are going to be the ones doing most of the work. Shoulders are going to help stabilize, and your back and your biceps are going to give you some negative force that's going to help you grow the chest and tricep muscles. But your stabilizing muscles for your bench press are going to be your legs, because you need to brace your feet against the ground. You need to have a good foundation into the ground. You have to be grounded. I mean, if you look at electric current, it has to have a ground for it to be powerful. So you have to be grounded with your feet and your legs and your calves, and then your lower back and your core is going to support movement. It's going to keep your body, from rocking back and forth, from wobbling around and weebling and whatnot. So depending on what lift you're doing, it's going to depend on which stabilizers muscles work and react in certain ways. So the same way you're grounded and stabilized through your core and your legs during a bench press, you're stabilized by your core and your legs during a squat the same way, but in a different form of manner. Your core helps you just stay tall, because a lot of people, when they squat, they let their head bow, let their chest dip over, and they kind of do like this thing where you're supposed to be like slightly angled up, and then people just kind of fall over, and then they're squatting, but they're like doing like a shoulder press as well, because they're like lifting themselves back up, which is going to lead to bad form, which is going to lead to injury easy, because people like to get heavy on squats. Squat should be a heavy lift. It's a big compound exercise, and it leads to a lot of injury in the sciatic nerves, lower back, a lot of injuries there. So the way that the legs are going to stabilize, your legs and your core are going to stay, your legs, again, grounded, nice stable foundation, strong flat feet. Don't be rolling around on your balls, your feet, or your heels. A nice flat grounded surface, and then your core is going to keep your chest and your head up. So you should always look like this when you're going down, right? You shouldn't be bending forward. Here, let me just turn sideways. So when you squat, so you got the squat bar up here. Your squat should be your chin should be up, eyes should be forward, and your chest should never dip. Now, what you see a lot of people doing, you see a lot of people kind of bending forward with their squats because their core isn't stabilized. And again, you're pushing with your quads. You're letting yourself down because your hamstrings want to contract. They want to get nice and low. They want to stay tight. And then you're pushing with your quads to get yourself back up straight. So without that core stabilization, you're going to be off balance. Your quads are going to be overworking, and actually your glutes will actually take over from a stabilizing muscle, and it'll start dominating that lift. So you're going to get pain in your lower back. It's just bad. Don't lift heavy unless you're up to that level, right? So you want to work your way up by working on your technique, and technique is having a good solid foundation of posture and knowledge of lift and stability. Without stability, you can't do much of anything. So to get those push and pull muscles to work correctly, you have to have a good stable, pretty much a good core and a good foundation, a good set of legs on you for most lifts. Like I said, if you're sitting down, as long as you get your feet flat on the ground and you're not rocking around, you should be fine. But again, if you have a good stable core, you shouldn't be rocking around anyway. But that's just the basis of push and pull, and it's that simple. I mean, I'm trying to drag this on to get some minutes out of this video, but there's really no way to complicate it. You're pushing, you're pulling, you're exerting force. That's all there is to it. But the stressor is, with your push and pull motion, you have to have a good stable core and a good solid foundation. So that's all I got for you guys today. Kind of short, I know, but I'm trying to get the point across without sounding too scientific. I'm trying to make it really, really simple. So yeah, that's that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys liked the video. Hit like or dislike. You know, drop a comment down below. Let me know how I did. You know, or just ask a question if you have a question about something that I didn't explain much. Like, I'm trying to keep this video short and simple. But if you want more explanation, drop a comment down in the section below, and I'll get back to you and we can talk about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. I'm gonna finish my protein shake and probably go to bed because gym opens up in the morning. Like I said, I'm shooting 4 videos back to back to back to back. I'm a little tired, but comment, subscribe if you're new, help me out. Like I said in the previous couple videos, I'm trying to make this fitness thing a full-time thing, you know, a full-time venture, a full-time deal, something I want to do as my professional career for the rest of my life, you know. So I got a lot to live. I'm only 30. I plan to live like 110, so I got about 80 years to change the world, which is plenty of time. Jesus did it in 30. I got 80, so I'll take that extra. Yeah. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. You know, if anything, hopefully you guys just like to look at my goofy looking face and think that I'm funny looking, or just make fun of me. It's fine. I've been made fun of my whole life. It doesn't bother me anymore. So hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you guys are having a good night, good morning, whatever it is for you, wherever you're at, wherever you're watching this. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. God bless. Take it easy.